Start your week by installing your game plan.
Can McCaffrey do it again? It's the coach.
Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe. The Falcons heading out, Matt Ryan leading the way. No quarterback has thrown for more passing yards in the first 11 years of a career than Matt Ryan has, better than 46,000. Last year he added 4,900 more to the total, actually 4,924 to be exact, which by the way is just 20 yards fewer than his MVP season of 2016. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, we've seen these two, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, connect quite a few times over the years. It never gets old.
It never gets old. Well, maybe for the defense it does, but not for us who are watching it. And Julio, every time he steps on the field, you can just about mark him down for 100 yards. That's about his career average per game. But think about this. Getting in the end zone has always been a struggle for him. He gets the big yardage, but he doesn't get the touchdowns. Not this time. No matter how many people were kicked in coverage, he found a way to beat it.
So here are the Panthers now under head coach Ron Rivera. They'll be led out by their now 30-year-old quarterback, Cam Newton, MVP of the league back in 2015.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage. Our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And here now the offense for Carolina.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
3rd and long, it's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyler Davison able to record his 5th sack of the season. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. Falcons. 63 yards on the punt return score. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Hey, rookie, that's the way to make an impression. Return one for a touchdown.
Yeah, welcome to the party. We saw him fielding those punts before the game, and he just had a little bit of a look in his eye, didn't he?
He did. He was a confident young man, and now we know why.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio, and it's now 14-0. Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Here we go. 180. Tight end left. Hey.
Throwing on second down. Newton, complete. Smith has it. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 22 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
He's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The former Florida Gator, Jordan Scarlett, the rookie with a carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, Newton. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Well, remember last year, Week 5, Gano was good from 63 away to beat the Giants on the final play. This not as critical of a kick or as long, but also not as successful.
You're exactly right about that. I was fortunate enough to be on the call for that game, and me and my crew, we got to see him. When they lined up, we thought, that's a long way. We know he's got a big leg, and then he hammered it. Probably would have been good up to about 70 yards. And after the game, the head coach Ron Rivera told the media that his special teams coach had told him, hey, he's good up to 65, coach. And each game, that's what the special teams coach does. Evaluates the distance, lets the head coach know.
Yeah, no doubt he's got the leg, but this time couldn't put it through. To throw again on second down. Ryan, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to
touchdown, Falcons! Devontae Freeman, 30 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. A reminder that coming up later tonight, a good one on Sunday Night Football. We'll see what could have been a playoff matchup a season ago. The Bears and the Rams from L.A. And then tomorrow night, Monday Night Football from down in Mexico. Mexico City, to be precise. The Chiefs and the Chargers going at it. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. The Panthers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Newton. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. Ryan now off the bootleg. Jones has it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Caught by Jones. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He completes it to Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive, and the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Check pass. Check pass.
3rd and 2, Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. At any time... About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
They run, Devontae Freeman. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
Now on 2nd and 13. Ryan looking downfield for Jones. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton, and his throw here is incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminated.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. This is McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
23 yards the pickup there. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Newton. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tyler Davison in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. And that will be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Well, that field goal block pretty much sums up the day for them, doesn't it?
Boy, it really does. What's the word we often use? Symptomatic. It's just been a sign of how this one's gone.
Give a lot of credit to the guys that got in and blocked the kick. They've had the advantage all game, and they continue to press it.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg, Ryan. This complete to Jones. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the 45 on 2nd down, Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 24-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Let's make these babies cry.
Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
25! 54 Mike.
Check tight end, check tight. Check tight.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Coming to you, coming to you.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Newton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. To the air again, Newton. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again, Newton. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game. So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
Complete to Jones. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Ryan now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman. 46 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. The throw over the middle, taken in, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. From the 50, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 25 yards that time. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are...
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Are you you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Gano the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
I really don't think that Julio Jones could be happier right now. Plenty of catch opportunities in this game. He's converted them, and his team's winning.
And Matt Ryan's happy, too, to have Julio Jones on the other side of these.
Yeah, you know, a lot of times we talk about breaking teams down, and oftentimes just through a running game. These two, they can break a team down through the air.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Again, Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Freeman again. Powers through again. And they'll get this down to the 10. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week. Start your week by installing your game plan.